Talking fishing, nothing but fishing, we're talking fishing.
Really good one.
It is the season for getting out there and getting some nice native fish, and many people turn to their bait casters ads. And
They do.
Shimano have just released an upgraded model. Tell us all about it.
Yeah, well, tonight we're going to look at the new Shimano Caenan, which has been one of the more popular bait casters. I know for us, Trelly, who typically don't deal with a lot of bait cast reels, the Caenan's always been one of the ones that's our top sellers. It sits at a beautiful price point. It's in that sort of mid-range, but the features you get with it really set it apart and take it to a level which its price point doesn't really reflect. So before we get into it, we've got a short video put together by Shimano to show us a little bit on what's new in the new Shimano Caenan.
And ads, tell us all about it.
Now, there's two models which differs from, I guess, the old model to the new one. In the old model, that we had just a standard gear ratio. With this, it sets it into two. This one being a high gear, which is a 7.2 to 1 gear ratio.
Yep.
And the standard Caenan 150 is about the 6.2 to 6.4 to 1 gear ratio. I guess that the biggest thing in it would be its design. Shimano have gone into a new, I guess, very slimline profile with these new bait casters. They fit beautifully in the hand.
They sit low.
They sit very low. So and it's all about keeping a nice centre of gravity, so you're not wanting to roll while you're either casting or working a lure. Simple things make this reel, I think, punch well above its weight. Something like how comfortable the handle grips are. They've gone to a different rubber or something. I don't know if it's a different shape, but extremely comfortable. So keeping them low, I know it is a low profile bait caster, but keeping them very low and very compact makes them very easy to handle. It's a beautiful looking reel.
Cosmetics on it are great. They've really done a great job, the cosmetics, which matches in with a few of their rods.
That's right. Technically speaking, few little things. I mean, Shimano are doing a lot of things with the technology that goes into these reels. Now, we can speak in specifics, and to be honest, it's something which 3/4 of the people won't understand. It's all to do with, I guess, the manufacturing of the internal parts. Everything that Shimano do these days in their reels is designed on working and being smoother for longer. And that's basically the basis. With Hagani, whether it's in the gears or whether it's in the body, and we've spoken about Hagani a lot in the past with the Stratix and a few of the newer reels that have come out. Basically, that's what Shimano are trying to achieve, and they are right there. They're leaps and bounds
some of the features
ahead.
in this ads, if I'm just butting in, some of the features in this, like while the retail price doesn't particularly change too much from the old model, some of the features do just drop down from the models that are above.
That's right.
So you'll see some of the technology coming through from some of the Chronux, which are like twice the price of reel it was a couple of years ago. You'll find those features in those.
Exactly.
And I
think that's a great point, because Shimano are doing it quite a bit. They're basically taking the design elements from the reels that sit in quite a high price point, and they're taking that concept, tinkering with them a little bit to fit another price point. And like I said, that reel, which depending on where you go and where you look, is going to retail for probably between $150 to $170. And like I said, it's punching way above its weight, because the value for money in that reel alone is exceptional, and it's what made the original Caenan probably one of the most popular bait casters on the market, and this new model is going to take it to a new level again.
And
Trelly, how's the drag on this? Like for the natives up your way, the cod, the yellow belly, is it
fine.
More than enough?
Looking about a 6 kilo drag on these, and really, if you put 6 kilo drag on a rod, honestly,
it's a lot.
And put it through a rod and actually work it like it's supposed to work, that's a lot of drag on a rod.
Yeah,
exactly.
On a rod,
So
now you've got a couple of rods here, As. You want to talk about what they'd be matched to?
That's right. So speaking of rods, Trelly, I thought I'd throw that one in there, which you've got in your while you're holding at the moment, this would be the Loomis bait cast. Now, Loomis is a brand which used to be the ultimate. It was it, and it's kind of taken a little bit of a back seat as technology's progressed and bits and pieces. But the reason I grabbed it is there's some components of this rod which are cut above everything you'll find on the market these days, and I think the cork grips are one of them. They use a beautiful high-end, really soft cork. It's unbelievably comfortable.
Great feedback.
The blank itself, this one in particular is an IMX blank, which I guess was Loomis's mid to high. There was that bridge between a standard blank and their absolute elite highest end blank.
Being the GLX.
It does, and it accompanies the reel because I think it worked on the same philosophy. You're getting great value for money and a lot of technology really bunched into something in a beautiful price point. So I bought in the Loomis for that. A lot of Barra guys love it. I know Trelly Loomis has just been probably one of the biggest sellers through your shop for a number of years.
It has, yeah. That particular model 723, lower Loomis range, you take the first two numbers, so 723, 72 inches long, 6 foot long, and 3 weight. So you can get a 723, a 722 2 weight, 724 4 weight. So you can pick them by that.
Yeah.
It's like up to a 17 pound. But you notice the makeup of this, the guides are super duper light, and they're only put on by just a wafer thin bit of clear finish and binding, which retains the feel of those blanks incredibly well.
So beautiful rods for working. Lipless cranks, small minnows, because and every single bit of vibration. That's right. You know super when that lure is working. Yeah.
What's the other rod you got?
The other one there, we bought in the brand new Shimano Raider. This is a 2-piece 6'4" cod Raider, which I know. Again, Trelly would be huge through your shop, and I must admit that's now one of the highest selling baitcaster rods through our stores, Dave, because obviously it appeals directly with what's going on. Fisheries pouring a lot of money into the stocking of Murray cod. It's a massive fishery, and it's only getting bigger and bigger. It is a heavy rod, so you've got two completely contrasting rods here. This 17-pound Loomis, which is very sensitive, very light to feel, a great casting rod. In contrast, you've got the Cod Raider, which is quite heavy in nature. I think it's a 20 to 25-pound stick.
Yeah, exactly.
This is a beautiful trolling rod, or casting those real big spinnerbaits or those real big mumblers into skinny water is just
and that'll double up on. If you want to go and chase big barra, you double up on this one. Even if you really want to go and chase New Guinea black bass, you'd even use that for New Guinea black bass. A little bit longer in the butt, so you can actually, you can belly it and work a little bit harder for some of those bigger fish, like you're chasing meat or cod with this stuff.
That's it. Yeah.
So a lovely rod. 10mm guides all the way through for those big knots.
Yeah, exactly right. Exactly. So that's just a couple of rods that really complement the new Caenan, which I guess is the star of the show tonight. If you haven't seen one, pop into your local and have a look, because they really are a beautiful little reel that's jam-packed full of features for its price point.
And they will be coming in left hand.
Good to know.
Yeah.
Charlie, back in the days that when Adam wasn't born and Paul Hogan got away with the names of his characters on TV quite easily, yes. I reckon everyone had a bait caster. I certainly did, and everyone had one. I used to fish for brim with one,
Exactly.
And I don't reckon as many people have a bait caster these days. But the natives are taking off. We've got Barramundi about to go into Hazelwood Pondage, and if someone wants an entry level, this has got to be the exact one that you'd buy.
It is.
It's what you'd start with.
It's a great one. Well, like you say, Dave, you usually start off with the big barrel reels that sat like really high on your rod. Yeah. So it took two hands to get over it. These ones, they sit so low on your rod, and you can actually get your hand, like if you're winding that in, you can centre that in your hand. What a lot of people do is they hold that trigger finger there like that. You can see that trigger finger there and there. Yeah. Don't do that. Get it up into the second finger or get it up into that last finger. What that does is it actually centres the weight of the reel in your hand. Yeah. So when you're casting, your pivot point's in the middle of your hand rather than being an exaggeration like that. So so pivot that from that point there. And actually what you do is you extend that finger and put it on the top. Yep. Because if you don't, you use it like that, you use the bottom muscle of your arm. If you use it like that, creep it up, centre of gravity is in your hand, push it with your finger, and that's why I like left hand, because you can do a little bit more comfortable. Yeah. Push it with your finger if you're casting, and you're using the top part of your arm. Yeah, that's why you throw a dart over your eye and you push with that finger and you get much more accuracy.
There you go. Trelly's Casting School.
Yeah, there you go.
Check it out. Caenan, the rod's beautiful, boys.
Yep, are in stock. Left-hand model on the way, which Charlie said, and there's two models. There's 7.2 and there's also a 6.2 to 6.4 as well.
Get in and check out the new Caenan, 2 different models, the high gear and the power gear, am I right?
Yeah, standard gear.
Get and check them out in your local tackle shop. Charlie, a few people that I know of that went up to the Murray River caught a lot of trout caught on the weekend. All small, around 10 centimetres. What's the go with that?
They're just going through a real boom. I mean, we saw them introduced probably 15 years ago, maybe 20 years ago, just below Yarrawonga Wall, and they've just spread through the whole system.
Is that natural recruitment or stocked?
I think it started off with stocking.
Yeah.
But I think some of it is actually natural recruitment now. So but they're very aggressive little fish. Like you'll put a bait on like a barley grub, which is 80 mil long, and you'll catch.
Well, a mate of mine used nothing but corn on the weekend. Got truckloads.
Yeah.
Silver perch.
Yeah,
plenty of those around too.
They've always been there. When you're fishing for silver perch, you put your $3 barley grub out and it goes diddle-diddle-dit. Man, my grub's gone.
Yeah.
That's one of those little brim, right? If you want to catch one, you've got to finesse fish from them. You've got to really go down to trout-size hooks. And you will catch them. You will catch them,
But there's some big models going around too. I saw some photos, and I didn't get them in time to put them up tonight, but some really good-looking silver perch.
Yeah, that's right.
Good. And are they good to eat?
No, I haven't actually really tried them. I think I believe they're full of bones.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Talking fishing. Talking fishing, talking fishing. Nothing but fishing, we're talking fishing.
Really good work.
It is the season for getting out there and getting some nice native fish, and many people turn to their bait casters ads. And
They do.
Shimano have just released an upgraded model. Tell us all about it.
Yeah, tonight we're going to look at the new Shimano Caenan, which has been one of the more popular bait casters. I know for us, Charlie, who typically don't deal with a lot of bait cast reels, the Caenan's always been one of the ones that's our top sellers. It sits at a beautiful price point. It's in that sort of mid-range, but the features you get with it really set it apart and take it to a level which its price point doesn't really reflect. So before we get into it, we've got a short video put together by Shimano to show us a little bit on what's new in the new Shimano Caenan.